All right, El Dorado Hills CrossFit and everybody else who's watching this video. We have 17.4 announcement. 17.4 was 16.4. So we've got deadlifts, wall balls, rowing, handstand push-ups. So a couple quick tips that we want to go through here is, first of all, warming up the low back. When we're doing deadlifts, we really want to make sure that we're really using good form and technique, and we're not really engaging our low back, but we're really using our hamstrings. And I think you all know what I mean by that. But one thing that's going to be really a good warm-up for this is to do the yoga push-ups. So we're going to have Troy here give a little demo on the yoga handstand push-ups. So he's going to get into this position here. He's going to do kind of a regular push-up. He's going to go down, and then he's going to come up into this downward dog position. Now, a key thing here is making sure that your heels are trying to go down towards the ground. Also, too, you're also kind of tucking your pelvis underneath a little bit, and that takes some of the tension out of your hamstrings. Again, lengthening his low back and kind of opening up the shoulders into a good overhead position. And then go down into that second position here for me. And again, notice that his knees are not touching the ground. He's staying up on his toes, and he's getting some extension in that lower back. It's also opening up his hips in the front, okay? So come back up here. Okay, good. He goes back to that position. Yep, and then I want you to do a few of them kind of in rhythm here, Troy. So that's right. So he's pushing up, heels are going down into that position. Come back, good. And then when he comes up and then goes back down, and then we get back into the push-up position, and then really engage that core here as well. Okay, and so great. Good, that looks really good. Okay, so come on up, and actually go ahead and Troy, go ahead and lay on your back here. So that's going to be really good in terms of engaging your core and getting some mobility. Now the next thing too is this is a great stretch. We went over this in 17.1, but in wall balls, in order to really let your knees track out and get in a nice deep position so you can pop back up, is getting this one stretch for the hip. And let's bring that up here. So what we're doing is he's taking his hip towards his outside shoulder and opening that hip up into basically a knee out squatted position. On this opposite leg here, he's going to really try to actively keep that leg flat, and that'll help stretch and open up the hip flexor on the opposite side. I also teach people to contract that glute on that side too, because that creates a nice stable pelvis on this side as he's opening up here. Now on this side, and bring this leg down, Troy, and then we'll bring this one up so that you can see it a little better on this way. So again, holding there, leg stays flat, glute is contracted. You can hold it in a static position like this for about 45 seconds. Okay, knee to the outside shoulder, but also you can create a little bit of motion. Yep, see here how he's putting some motion in there? You can pull it out and feel that little sticking point and really try to work through where you're feeling that restriction. So this is a stretch, but it's more of a dynamic stretch of opening up that hip. That's going to make everything a little bit easier, from the rowing to the wall balls, and then even to the handstand push-ups where you're going to be kipping a lot, so kicking up your hips. So come on up here. All right. So those are just two simple things for your lower back, shoulders to warm up. The rowing that's going to be helped as well, and the handstand push-ups. One quick comment about the volume of these things is recognize 55 is a big number relatively speaking. But what you should think about is finding good pace and good sets for you. So depending on how heavy these weights are for you, you may want to do, 5 sets of 11 or 11 sets of 5. I mean, there's also no shame. I did this workout last year. I did singles and doubles on the deadlifts and got through them all. So pacing yourself is going to be really, really important. Also, if you're good enough to get to the handstand push-ups, the pacing there is going to be really, really important too. So you may be doing 2 or 3 at a time in order to give yourself ample time to rest, okay? Also, another good little warm-up too, just as a side note too, for that low back and the deadlifts, are those good mornings too. So again, with a PVC pipe, you can kind of demo that for me, minus the PVC pipe. Yeah, turn facing that way. So if he's got that PVC pipe, he's bending forward, pushing his hips back, feeling that stretch in his hamstrings, okay? So that's going to be a good one too for you as well. We'll have a PVC pipe on the next one, I promise. So a couple quick tips. some strategy. I hope this helps. If you like this information, make sure you go ahead and share it with your friends. There may be somebody that you would benefit from this. Make some comments down below if you have some comments or other questions, things that you want to see. Also too, if you're seeing more of these videos showing up on our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe, because that way we can kind of keep getting more stuff out to you and make it easy on you. All right, some quick tips for 17.4. Hope that helps. Give us any feedback. All right, we're out again.